Hi friends! Oh wow, we are having quite the day of Miss Heather recording. It is because it is a rainy day today. So Miss Heather's catching up on some chapter days, and now we're going to do our STEAM programming. And our STEAM challenge for this week is Paper Airplane Challenge. We are going to be making some different paper airplanes, and we're going to be testing them out and doing some measurements. We're going to be seeing about, there was an interesting video that I watched. And if you look up on YouTube, some of the world champion paper airplane makers, one of the things he says, a lot of people go, I can't make a paper airplane, I can't fold one. And it's not that, it's that to have a successful airplane, it needs to fly straight to get the best distance off of it. And people don't take time to observe and figure out how to adjust their plane to make it work better. So one of the things to consider when you're throwing your paper airplane today is what did you notice? And we're going to do a form on that too. You're going to need for today's materials some copy paper. I had some blue paper that I had left over. Some blue copy paper, any color is fine. A sheet of paper that you're going to write your chart on, or you can print a chart off if you want to create your own on a computer. Otherwise, easy print, chart that you're going to make here. And I'll show you how to do that before we start launching off. You're going to need a pen. You're also going to need a measuring implement like a measuring tape. Or if you don't have a measuring tape, you can always use rulers, or you can use non-standard units. We've talked about this before where we use non-standard units to measure. That can be anything from Powerade bottles. How many Powerade bottles did it take to get over there? So we are going to start by folding some neat new paper airplanes for you to learn how to make today. Let's get started on that. So the very first paper airplane that we're going to make is just a very standard paper airplane. This is one that I learned as my first airplane that I make. So we've got our piece of paper, and you're going to fold it in half, long side to long side, and make a nice crease along there. We're going to open it up. Now, you're going to make a point. And you're going to line that edge up with the center. And get both of those in, both ends in. So you've taken both of these corners, folded them in. Make sure you get good creases there. Now, I'm going to fold it in yet again. This time we're going to take this edge and bring it to the center. Fancy. Do the other side. And now we're going to fold it up in so that it's together. So we've had this. We folded this side in. We're going to fold it in together so that it's looking like that. And then we need to fold down our wings. So that we have an airplane. And this is a very simple standard airplane that one would make. I made these when I was in grade school, back when the dinosaurs were roaming the earth. So that's our first airplane that we've got. It's pretty simple. So the second one we're going to do is pretty simple as well. However, it is a blunt-nosed airplane instead of a sharp-nosed airplane like this one where it's got the sharp nose to it. So we're going to start again with that very center line of folding. So we fold along the center there, and then we're going to fold in much like we did that first one. I try to line them up really well. So we have it, it kind of looks like our very first one. This is where we're going to deviate from that very first one that we made. We're going to take this and fold it over. Trying to keep that center line lined up there too. Fold it over. So we took our points and folded it like that. Now it looks like we have a square. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold these in to touch the center. So you're going to take this tip and go for the center. You're going to do it on the other side. Again, you've got that tip, you're going to go for the center. And then, what's really nice is we can use this kind of as a thing to hold it in place. We're going to fold it up. Look at that. Folding it up. Now we're going to fold down our wings again. Our wings are going to follow. Bringing it down here. See how there's a square and square? Brought that wing down. Go on this side. Bring that wing down. And now you've got your square-nosed one. And of course, to add to the challenge of our stream challenge, this one is our most complicated, but it's kind of the coolest looking one that we've done. So, or that I've done. So we are going to take our paper, and again we do that center fold to start. Alright, so we have that center fold. Again, we're going to fold in those corners. Going to be a pro at those. So we've got that there. Now, here comes the tricky part. We've got our paper with our folds here. We are going to flip our paper over. So no loose flaps here. Then we're going to fold in the sides, kind of like we did in the last one. Or with the very first one, I should say. So we have that. We fold it down. And do this side. This is why copy paper or even notebook paper works really well for paper airplanes, is if it's too bulky of a paper, you're going to have trouble folding it. All right, then, so we've got our paper that we folded like this. We are going to take, on this side, these two flaps, we're going to open them up. So now we have what looks like a diamond on top of our airplane. And we are going to fold our diamond down in half. So we folded that down in half. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go halfway back up with the tip there. So what we did is we folded it in half and we brought that back up, but we left part of it down here. Looks like something out of Voltron. And then we are going to fold it in half this way. So it's like that. Or wait, I scratched that. We're going to go this way, sorry. That's how we do it, yep. And then I'm going to fold it down. Fold it down. So again, we had our ones that we folded up back up there, and then we turned it back over and turned it over. And now we've got kind of this weird looking airplane. Now before you start throwing those airplanes around, we need to have a data sheet. And you can have one data sheet for all of your airplanes, or you could have one for each. Depends on how you want and how big you want to write. So you're going to need 4 columns. One for your test, the distance, your observations, and changes you might make to your airplane before you try it again. So, since I have 3 different airplanes, I could do A, B, and C on here for my different airplanes. Make sure you remember which ones are A, B, or C. And you can make your observations, or again, you can do 3 different sheets if that's a little easier for you to keep them straight. Or you could just do it with one airplane. If you just want to do it with one, that also would work as well. And now it's time to go and throw our airplanes. All right, we are ready to throw some airplanes. However, it is storming outside, so Miss Heather will not be able to go outside to be throwing them. She has a measuring tape. It's not the same kind of measuring tape as we're used to, but that's what she's got available for measuring out the distances that her airplanes are going to fly. And we're going to start, again, I'm going to have on my sheet A, B, and C for my airplanes. So I'm going to back up as far as I can and throw this airplane, see how far it goes. All right, it made it clear across the room. So now, from where I was, I'm going to take my measuring tape, put it down, and I'm going to go along here, and it's a lot longer than the tape is, so I'm going to have to do some math too. So I go along here, it's 60 long, and then I'm going to go again for another 40, so 100 inches. So I'm going to write 100 inches on there. Inches. And then the other thing to note, what did I notice? I noticed that one flew very straight. I am betting if I were able to go outdoors with it not raining and thunder and lightning, it would go pretty far. I would say it went very straight. Do I have any changes for that one? I don't think I do. Let's try airplane number 2, which is B here. So let's see here. I got my airplane B. We're going to throw it. Oh, that one did not make it nearly as far as the traditional one did. So, again, I don't think I even have to add any length on here because it landed just 60 inches out. So we'll do 60 inches. What did you observe? What did that airplane do? It kind of spiraled. Didn't move in a straight line. You could write all that down. What might we do to adjust that? Do you think maybe if we close off or tape up the front end, it might help it a little bit? It might. So we might adjust the opening. I could even use maybe a paper clip to do that. All right, we got one more airplane to go on our first run of trials. We ready? I'm going to back up, see how far this bad boy goes. So that one went off. It curved to, let's see, this is Miss Heather's right. It curved off to Miss Heather's left as it went along. I'm going to guess, I'm going to say, because it went as far as my first airplane, that it was another 100 inches. But it curved. Curved to the left. So what might we have to do? Would sealing that up again help it out a little bit? Maybe we need to add some weight, or even maybe fold up the wings a little bit to change it up. Have fun trying different trials out. See how you can adjust. That's one of the beautiful things about the scientific process, is that we are constantly learning and adjusting to make things better. It's never a set black and white thing. And that's the same with doing something as simple as paper airplanes. And if you want to do more, the library has books that you can place on hold about paper airplanes that have far more elaborate designs than what we've done today. There are also resources online for making some paper airplanes. If you get a chance, check out the World Paper Airplane Champion. Who knew there was such a thing out there? That's pretty amazing. We have 2 more stream challenges coming at you this summer, and then we're going to start our fall programming. We are remaining on our virtual programming, but we have some brand new things that are going to be coming in, including craft kits that you're going to be able to get from the library. We're going to be doing Zumba for kids, and we've got 2 fantastic book clubs. This year we're going to be replacing the Magic Treehouse book club with the Time Warp Trio book club. We are also going to be doing the Book Explorers for our 4th and 5th grade students. So keep an eye out for the information about that. Have a wonderful day and stay dry on this rainy, rainy day.